What's up, everybody? Siegfried True Lane, and today we are going to be talking about two new gacha games. One that just came out about a week, I think a couple weeks ago, and one that's going to be coming out in the next few months. It actually has been confirmed. So stick back, and I will see you guys in just a minute. What's up, everybody? First of all, I want to shout a thank out to the guy who did my banner for me. It's really nice. I really appreciate it. It's Jansu Arts, and he did it for absolutely nothing at all. Really appreciate it. Looks sick. I really enjoyed. And if you guys have not followed my channels, they're up in the top corner there. I'm huge. I really stream I stream weekly on Twitch. Mostly Honkai and Genshin, and when Star Rail comes out, expect Star Rail to take a big point in that. It'll probably switch mostly to Honkai and Star Rail, to be honest, and less on Genshin. And of course, you have my YouTube channel. Feel free to come and check that out. You're already here, obviously, if you're watching this video. With that said, let's go get to the video. Now, recently we've had two new gacha games. One that just came out, one that's coming out. The gameplay style is the same. Now, I'm going to be very clear, just because of the gameplay style, I'm not saying that one is a copy of another, because realistically, games all copy each other. That's what a gameplay style is. Most RPGs follow a typical RPG format. Doesn't really make it a dupe. So I'm not saying that any game copied any game. That's not the point I'm making here. But what I want to talk about is using these as a comparison of what we should be expecting from our mobile games at this point in time, because hate it or love it, mobile games are becoming the future of gaming, and while we'll still always have consoles, and I don't think that anyone should think consoles are going to go away anytime soon, I do think mobile-wise, we're going to see less handhelds and more gaming consoles. So, it is something that we need to start expecting high quality from our actual mobile gaming department so that we don't end up with nothing but Candy Crush or games that are nothing but a cheap money grab and really have nothing to offer. With that said, we're going to go and talk about the two games. The first game being Honkai Star Rail, which is currently in the closed beta, and Avatar Generations. Now, I'm going to be actually just playing gameplay for both of these games to kind of explain how each of these games are working. Definitely, you'll see a difference between the two, and I actually want to go into the systems of each. So we're going to go ahead and jump into one. I'm going to go into one. I'm going to jump into the second, go into the second, and then I'll meet you guys at the end here again to talk about kind of a conclusion to this video. So we're back, and I wanted to start off by talking about Avatar Generations as this game is out. Now, I am a huge Avatar: The Last Airbender fan. Having a good Avatar game is my dream. Is my dream come true. However, and to be clear, when this game was announced, I was excited. I was like, okay, that could be good. However, then I saw the gameplay. I was like, and my expectations went down. Then I actually played the game. Now, here's some things I'll say about the game. First of all, music is good. I do like the music. They use the traditional music, which is great. Something I saw in a review, though, is how they use the dialogue. It has voice dialogue, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, the voice dialogue is just cut scripts from the show, and it's not really good. And so the first thing I want to take a look at is the gacha itself. I mean, like, if we take a look at the gacha itself, and I've summoned a lot for this character, right? But the rates are pretty bad. I mean, like, you got a 1% chance to get Suki, you got a 1.5% chance to get the War Fan, and then a 0.5% chance to get the Unagi. And I don't know how, but I somehow pulled the Unagi twice and can't get Suki, which is who I wanted. So realistically, you have a 3% 5-star rate, and you can get any one of those three. And then the pity is, you need 20 multis for a pity. That's pretty bad, honestly. Especially when you take a look at how the game gives currency. This game does not give currency very well. I mean, I'm in the beginning of the game, and I'm going to be honest, currency has not been a really good thing for me in this game. It's been pretty bad, to be honest. But if we take a look here at the characters, right? Well, the big thing here I want to take a look at is the actual combat. So we're going to go into an actual combat to kind of show why this game bothers me so much. Oh, actually, something I want to show first. The shop. Look at this. $50, and it's pretty much upgrade max and 2 multis. For $50, that is ridiculous. 100% ridiculous. And this one here, the fact that they're selling these upgrades for real money is really bothersome, because these should not be sold for real money, in all honesty. But let's go ahead and just jump in here and take a look at the kind of the battle itself to kind of show what I'm talking about. Because, yeah, the gacha system sucks, but it's not going to be much better in other games. But the one thing I want to show is the actual battle system. So we're going to do a battle here. And we're going to like look at this, right, with the animations and the voices, and just kind of look at like how this game plays, right? So this is what a battle looks like. Again, I do like the music. I mean, using the Agnikai theme is pretty cool. I'm down with that. Now, by the way, the only way to get your ultimate... Oh, wait, what the heck? 1 second. The game didn't actually upload up here real quick. Give me a second. I just realized that it's actually not uploading correctly, so just give me a second here. Let me fix that. Alright. Not sure why that occurred, but this should fix it. Alright. So the only way to get your ultimate, by the way, is you have to get this bar up here. The bar underneath them. You have to actually get that to max. And then you only 3 of them ultimate, by the way. Not all of them. So we're probably not going to get this one, but I'll do a harder run to show that since it's screwed up anyways. And I'm probably going to... Did I get the ultimate here? Maybe I did. Oh no. Nope, I killed. So, the art style is not that great. The avatars could be better. Like the avatars as in the actual avatars used for the characters. Could be better. We're going to do a harder difficulty just so you can actually get into the ultimate. And I will say that I hit a paywall within the first 3 days. Because I had to actually have Katara, and I only had the A rank that they give you with her. She was max level, but then I had to go and farm other stuff, which an issue with that is that you have stamina, and stamina is kind of a problem, which meant I couldn't do much. So this game uses the traditional stamina system, so you end up getting locked into content where you can't do anything, which is never fun. It's very basic. And honestly, turn-based RPGs are basic as it is. But the things I'm looking at, honestly, is animations. And like, again, the dialogue is annoying. I mean, like, honestly, hearing Sokka's one-liners non-stop is annoying. And they say pretty much the same thing as you see here. Okay, we got the ultimate up, so we'll show the ultimate in a second here. The ultimates look absolutely garbage. So first of all, you get like a team attack. There's not even really ultimates, it's like a team attack, right? But in order to get the full team attack... Wow, just doing a killer. In order to get the full team attack, you have to actually have this full bar at the bottom, the red bar maxed out. And then you have to, look like it's the characters I want to use. Oh, I can't. Is she dead? Is she knocked out? Oh no. And then you actually have this bar here and it eases all. So sometimes you don't even get around. And it looks absolute garbage. Like, look at this. Look how bad this is. Like, that's it. That's all you see. That is, for me, especially with all the animations they had in, you know, after Last Airbender, all the good animations they had, it's really disappointing because it's like, they had really good animations. There was no reason for it to be so bad. And it just, like there, if you see that glitch there, how he had his health went away, but then he had health again, and then he died. That happens all the time. This game is full of bugs. I've actually had to restart the game because things happen, and I can't actually continue because things get locked. And then again, there's a stage here where you have to use Katara. You can only use Katara, but you have to get her to a certain... Like, you have to like then go around and power up. So if you haven't been powering her up because you're going to, you know, say you want to power up your Aang or something, kind of an issue. The other issue is their 5 stars. Like, look at their 5 stars here, right? Let's take a look at their 5 stars. Aang makes sense. Katara, Toph does make sense. Zhao, I could, okay. Jiang, I don't know. Maybe we gotta go down here. Maybe this one. Okay, here, this one. I think I know. This one is really bad. Look at this. Zhao, Gyatso, okay, Jiang. But Monkey, Jinfu, you have 2 Sokkas? Like, you only have 1 Aang, but you have 2 Sokkas. Like, you have 1 Aang, which is Avatar Aang, but they give you 2 Sokkas. Then again, Jinfu and Monkey, like, the 5 stars here don't even make any sense, right? So it's kind of a game where I just sit there and I'm just like, really disappointing if I'm going to be honest, because of the fact that they didn't really build it to be good for players. They really built it to just grab money. Like, the shop's expensive, the rates are bad. Let's just say you want to actually buy stones, right? $15 doesn't even get you a full multi. I mean, get you a multi and an extra. In order to get 2 multis, you would need to spend $25. And again, that means you'd have to spend $250 to get 1 dupe of 1 copy of a character. Bad luck, right? Now, pity probably transfers over because that seems to be the new system. But the big thing I look at is the actual gameplay. Like, this is the exploration mode, right? Let's go over here to this quest here. We'll go to Southern Air Temple, right? And they actually have the gall, by the way. And this is what's depressing. Let's just go over here. Where, if you want to travel the first time, they actually put a time on it. Now, some of these, they've actually had timed quests that take an hour. In other words, you put your character there and you can't do anything for an hour. It's ridiculous. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the other game. We'll be right back. Okay, now we're in the next game, Honkai Star Rail. Now, again, this is currently closed beta. The game is set up to come out in April 26th. So that is the actual date they're expecting it. You can actually pre-order this game right now, or pre-register right now on the iOS and the Android market. But let's take a look at this game, right? Now, again, both are turn-based games, right? So the gameplay style is somewhat similar. In fact, they even have the exact same time bar. But let's take a look at how this game plays. Let's see if we can actually, if we're high enough to do this next level here. 38. We could try this one. Let's try this one here. Now again, I'm not sure if we'll be able to complete this because this is for higher levels. But we're going to go and jump into this, right? And here's the thing, right? We're taking a look at. Oh, physical damage is good. So, as you can already see, graphically, this game is far more superior, control-wise. And this game, by the way, will be on mobile. I'm using the PC version of it, but it will be on mobile, and it will look the exact same. But as you see, it actually plays like an RPG. Then, of course, we go to the battle. We'll take a look at this here. So this is kind of how the battle goes, right? So, as you can see here, we still have the time bar here, the character bar showing who's coming up next. We have our moves, etc. Okay? So it's kind of to play very similar to that situation there. Let's go ahead and see if we can freeze this guy real quick. Good, we froze him. Kill these guys. Now, one thing that's really, first of all, I mean, the animations are a big one, right? You got the animations, which is a big thing. Next, we also have the fact that supers can be used whenever you want to. So, for example, I'm going to go here. I'm going to immediately jump into a super. Use a super on her. We're going to set up all these supers right away. Get them all set up. Get our healing up. So supers, ultimates in this game, these are the actual ultimates. And again, I have this game kind of at double speed. I could slow it down, but if I want to, like, here's the normal speed, right? There we go. My guess she's going to be immune to frost. We could try. I didn't think she was getting frozen. Alright, is this guy gonna be wind? If he is, we'll take him out. Okay, good. Definitely this game plays a lot better. What the hell, dude? Why do I not... Get your attack up here. Wait for that attack. So this is kind of what the attacks look like when they're not sped up, right? Now again, this is a 4-star unit I'm using right here, right? This isn't even a 5-star. That was a 4-star unit. There we go. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead. Shield up. Heal up. There we go. So that's kind of what the battle looks like in this game. The battles, you can tell, look completely different. The gacha rates aren't better, to be honest. It's only a 0.6% chance, really, which isn't that good. But at the same time, you're only going for one 5-star on the banner, on the main banner, right? Like, so this banner, I'm only going for one. So let's go ahead and buy our 2 passes here. But I do know for a fact that this pity system does carry over. So that's one thing that I do know for a fact, which is kind of a saving grace. But the gacha systems, again, I mean, like, in gacha games, they just suck. Because like I said, it's one thing I don't like about gacha games are the gacha systems. It is something that just isn't a fun system to work with. The next thing we're going to talk about this game is we're going to show kind of the gameplay, right? How the game actually moves, if you're unaware with it. But like, kind of the exploration form, right? So let's go ahead and exit out of this. We're going to teleport to kind of the areas where there's more open. Let's go ahead and go to Rivet Town. See, the way that the issue with Avatar is it plays too much like a mobile game. It, you know, we should not allow that to occur anymore. I mean, like, games should not... They should have to have some standards. They should have to play a certain way, right? Like this game here. I mean, if you look at this game, it doesn't feel like a mobile game when you look at it. And mobile games shouldn't look like mobile games anymore. They should be looking like AAA games. They should be looking at like AAA titles. They should be looking good. And I'm not a fan of the laziness of... It's a mobile game, so it doesn't have to look good, right? That's kind of an issue that we're going over right now. I mean, like, this is just so much better appearance-wise, right? This game looks like a AAA title. And again, you gotta remember, it will look very similar, if not the same, on mobile. This is not just because PC, I mean, like, PC, the graphics here could probably be slightly higher. But the actual animations, the actual, main graphics, like the graphic quality will be higher, but not the graphics themselves, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it'll still look, the characters will look the same. They're not going to be like chibi or whatnot. The game will look the same. It's just going to have, of course, better graphical quality on PC than mobile due to the system. If I can find an enemy, I'll kind of show you how the battle consists in the real world. That was kind of a challenge area. But I don't know if I can find them. I probably killed them all. And they haven't respawned yet. Doesn't look like any have responded yet. I was going to find the last treasure chest in this area as well. Because there's treasures in this area, and as you find the treasure chest, they give you summon currency. But I do not see any more bosses, so I might have actually capped them all dead. And I believe this goes back up to the... Yeah, that goes back up to the orphanage, I believe. But in short, when you see an enemy, you pretty much can hit them, and then you get either weakness if you hit them right. If they hit you first, they get ambush. And like if it doesn't occur, like you're not fast enough, it's just like a neutral start, right? So the game is actually, this is, again, the quality we should be expecting from these games. We should expect a game that looks like time and love and energy was put into it. Because the fact is, when you're looking at a game, especially a gacha game or a mobile game, right? If no love or energy or time is put into it, then the game is probably not going to be around for very long. So we'll be right back with a conclusion to this video. So welcome back. We're at the conclusion of this video. The reason I want to showcase off these two games is because, again, they're coming out in the same year within 2 or 3 months of each other. One game is obviously just a quick cash grab working on nostalgia. And what makes it worse is that it's working off nostalgia of something that's really a kid's product, kind of like the Disney games, yet they're throwing in adult systems like the gacha system. And they don't even try to make the game look good. But then you've got, again, Honkai Star Rail, which has actually spent years in production to finally be coming out this year, and it's absolutely amazing looking, and kind of leads us to the question of, why are we not expecting more out of the mobile game market? Yes, I get it. A lot of people think it's the mobile game market. It can't be too good. But that's not actually true. The mobile game market has no reason to not be good. It should always be good. The mobile devices are now more powerful than handheld devices that exist at this point. I mean, like a mobile device can be is probably more powerful than a PS Vita at this point. So the fact is, there's no reason to have these mobile games that come out looking like crap. Nor is there any reason to have mobile games that don't have a good control system at this point in time. Touch screens can be done and utilized correctly. I think what we need to... And the other thing you gotta look at is that fact that things like Avatar are coming out. They're coming out by honestly, not gaming companies. They're being presented by TV companies like Viacom. And then I know that they were first sent to Sony at some point, but then Sony decided not to do it. And the thing is that Sony, honestly, is not at all good when it comes to making a gacha game. Sorry, Square. Square, not Sony, Square. And I've actually found out, oddly enough, that Japanese and Korean gacha games seem to be worse than the Chinese ones. So, I don't know anyone who plays Avatar Generations. I do think people playing it are going to only be people that are huge Avatar fans, but don't understand what gachas really need to... Like don't really understand the gacha system, because that game's going to last 6 months to a year, and then it's going to be discontinued. If you've never played a gacha game before, and you're looking into starting a gacha game, the most important thing you got to look at is how much love and energy is being put into that gacha game. Even games like Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends have a lot more love than the Avatar game does. And sadly, a lot of IPs based off Western cartoons never last very long. So, if you're looking to play the Avatar game, I suggest do not spend any money in that game, because it's not going to last very long. And in a gacha game, you're looking at wasting either time or money. Honkai Star Rail has been hyped for years. People have been waiting for it. If you look at Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact, Honkai Impact's about to celebrate their 5th year anniversary. It's been around for 5 years now. Genshin just passed their 2nd year anniversary. So, you know, I really hope in the future we can stop with these cheap cash grab games like the Avatar game, and these games that don't actually put in the time and energy to utilize the systems or make the games efficient. Again, Genshin, Tower Fantasy, Honkai, and Honkai Star Rail are all playable on PC and mobile and look very similar. There's not much of a difference between their appearances, in all honesty. Controls are different for some of those games for sure, but when it comes to the actual appearance, they look really nice. And if you can put Genshin and Tower Fantasy on a mobile device, then there's no reason to be making mobile games that don't have graphics that are at least PS4 quality. Using PS2, PS1 quality graphics is ridiculous at this point. Anyways, with that said, guys, again, if you're interested in Honkai Star Rail, I'm streaming it pretty often. I will be streaming it as often as possible during the closed beta at twitch.tv/Siegfried_88. And then, of course, I don't post too much to my YouTube channel, but do stay on because I'm going to start actually having my vlogs from Twitch automatically post here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.